If there was ever a technique that had the potential to significantly impact our attentional circuitry, this seems to be it. Just 17 minutes of this quiet interoception practice could permanently change your brain's connections, enabling you to attend more carefully and counteract some attentional drift, regardless of your age or diagnosis with ADHD. The benefits are substantial, long-lasting, and seem to occur after just one session. So let's take a moment to reflect on how we focus and how to improve our focus. I'm going to share with you a tool for which there are excellent research findings that will allow you to theoretically improve your ability to focus in a single session. And no, I won't try to talk you into meditation. Instead, we're going to talk about when attention works and when it doesn't, and in particular, we're going to talk about what are known as attentional blinks. We frequently see that people with ADHD exhibit far more attentional blinks than those without the disorder. This is true for both adults and children. If you see something you're looking for or are really interested in, you are most likely. This leads to a fascinating hypothesis about what might go wrong with ADHD. We've always assumed that people with the disorder cannot focus, but we also know that they can focus on things that are important to them. It's possible that they are simply experiencing more attentional blinks than people without the disorder, and there is evidence to support this theory. This should excite anyone who has ADHD as well as those who are interested in improving their focus and ability to attend. Essentially, it suggests that the circuits that underlie focus on our ability to, instead of simply failing to focus, which is mostly a semantic way of describing the result, they are over-focusing on some things and missing other things. As a result, our distractibility or extractability as someone with ADHD may exist because they are over-focusing on some things and missing other elements that they should be attending to. What they really need is this property that we call open monitoring. Open monitoring is typically associated with people who have practiced Vipassana meditation or who have dedicated a significant amount of time to learning how to perform open gaze visual analysis and open gaze thinking. However, there is a more straightforward version of this that enables us to get around all of that. Your visual system processes information in two different ways, so if you're really enthused about something, you're seeing the world through a soda straw and missing other things. That's a lot of focus, but your visual system also has a feature that lets you enlarge your field of vision to achieve what's known as panoramic vision. You can have panoramic vision right now, wherever you are. I can also do it right now, and you won't even be able to tell that I'm doing it. I'm actively widening my eyes, even though I'm still staring at you, to view the walls, the floor, and the ceiling all around me. This is something that can be trained up and people can practice whether or not they have ADHD. It involves learning how to consciously dilate your gaze, which is actually fairly easy for most people whether or not you wear corrective lenses or contacts. You can then consciously go into contracting your field of view. There are now published accounts that indicate that panoramic vision is actually mediated by a separate stream or set of neural circuits going from the eye into the brain. This stream or set of circuits is not just better at processing things in time, its frame rate is higher. It may not seem like a significant or unusual practice, or that it would have any effect at all, but remarkably, just doing that once for 17 minutes significantly reduced the number of attentional blinks that people would carry out, meaning their focus improved. This simple practice, which involved subjects sitting quietly with their eyes closed for about 15 minutes and engaging in what is essentially meditation, but without directing their mind into any particular state or place. Instead, they were instructed to focus on their breathing and on their so-called interception focus on how their body feels their mind drifted to bring it back for about 15 minutes. Without any further training, there's something about the practice of decreasing the amount of visual information that enters the brain and learning to pay attention to one's internal state, or interoception, that gives them an awareness such that when they needed to look for visual targets or focus on multiple things in sequence, they didn't experience the same number of attentional blinks. It's worth noting, incidentally, that as people age, their working memory deteriorates and their ability to focus deteriorates, the number of attentional blinks increases. Currently, studies are being conducted to determine whether or not this simple meditation-like practice of 15 to 20 minutes of sitting and just quietly resting and paying attention to one's breathing and internal state can also help offset some of that age-related cognitive decline. These data suggest that, regardless of age, gender, ADHD diagnosis, age-related cognitive decline, or preference to prevent age-related cognitive decline, a simple 17-minute sitting practice that involves paying attention to one's internal state, monitoring breathing, and registering skin contact with any surface can help prevent age-related cognitive decline. Permanently rewire your brain to be able to attend better and possibly even offset some of that age-related attentional drift. Now, I don't expect anyone to start meditation on a regular basis or to do anything they don't want to do, but I think most of us could handle a 17-minute meditation session. Therefore, if there was ever a tool that stood to rewire our attentional circuitry in a powerful way, this seems to be it. Additionally, the ability to engage in panoramic vision to dilate our gaze. The benefit of that tool is that, although its precise mechanism of action is a little unclear, its effects are substantial, long-lasting, and seem to occur after just one quiet 17-minute session of introception, which makes it seem like a very worthwhile thing to do for everyone.